As part of ArcheryTalk's 2017 target bow project, I've been fortunate enough to spend the last 4 months shooting thousands of arrows for the Prime STX 39 V2 in preparation for our final video review. The STX 39 is set up with Doinker Elite carbon stabilizers, Doinker Mighty Mount offset stabilizer mounts, specialty archery peep, clarifier scope and lens, and bright side arrow rest. The Prime has a sticker price of about $1,500 for matte gray or black and $1,600 for target colors. Specs include an axle-to-axle length of 39 inches, brace height of 6 3/4 inches, mass weight of 4.6 pounds, and IBO rated speed of 323 feet per second. Draw lengths range from 24.5 to 30.5 inches with module changes. For a 60-pound bow, the Prime STX 39 V2 is fairly easy to draw back. It does, however, have a slight dump into the valley. That has caused me to drop the arrow off my rest from time to time, but that only happens if I'm not concentrating on a smooth draw. Prime includes both cable and limb stop options with each bow purchase. As I don't love limb stops in a target bow, I set up my test bow with cable stops. What I do love is the ability to move the cable stops forward or back. This allows you to find your best combination of valley and holding weight, as well as fine-tuned draw length. It's an incredibly versatile setup, and the Prime feels just about perfect to me when I'm at full draw in its current setting. The cable stops also offer a fairly firm back wall when they're hitting together. The grip on the Prime is nice and flat on the front and generally feels good in my hand and doesn't slip even when my hand gets sweaty. But I found the top of my thumb rubbed on the shelf a little. Hardly a big deal, but it's hard to find any serious flaws with flagship target bows. When it came to tuning Prime's parallel cam design, I was a bit intimidated at first. When I first set up the bow, I couldn't get quite comfortable with it. But I watched a Dave Cousins tuning video and immediately fixed the issue I was having with the bow, and it's felt great and held its tune ever since. As for performance, the Prime held its own in our speed tests, posting an average speed of 286 feet per second with a 350 grain arrow, 60-pound draw weight, and 29-inch draw length. However, we suspect that number could go up by giving the bow a little less valley and more holding weight by playing with the cable stops. The STX looks like a finely built machine and fit and finish appears quite good. It's also the quietest target bow I've ever shot. Outside of a metallic ting from my blade rest, the bow is nearly silent. However, I am noticing some small chips showing in the matte gray powder coat on the riser around the shelf. This is clearly from me loading arrows and nicking the riser, but I'm not seeing these issues on the test bows with anodized riser finishes. When it comes to results, I set a personal best known 3D score with this bow in its first tournament. If I do my part, the bow does a great job of holding steady on target. The bottom line is the Prime STX 39 V2 is a high-level target bow that costs hundreds less than some others. This is a very versatile bow that is proving fun to shoot, tune, and set up to my liking.